Welcome again to Life in the God Lane. I'm Tom West, and this is the place where we just teach the Bible right out of the scriptures, the way it's written, apply it to life, and make sense out of it in hopefully a meaningful way. And this is a power verse for the day for Thursday, May 26th, 2022. And I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you get notified every time I put one out. One will come out at least once a day. Give me a thumbs up, make comments, share the video with someone else. It could be powerfully impactful on their life. Again, not because of me, but because we're just teaching the Bible here. I call this How to Win the War, Stay on Guard Duty. It's from Ephesians 6, verse 18. Guard duty is how armies keep the camp safe from the enemy while they're in the field. In Army training back in 1968, we had guard duty during the week that we were on bivouac. Now, bivouac is a week spent in the field playing war games. That's how they teach you how to fight a war, part of how they do it. A perimeter is established, and guards are posted to keep it safe from the enemy infiltrating, getting in there and killing you at night. If someone approaches the perimeter, a password system is used to keep everybody, to find out if they're with us or against us. If they can't give the right password, they're detained or shot, in the real war. Our password was established in response to a guy having to go home on a weekend to marry his pregnant girlfriend. The guard would say pregnant. The person being questioned would have to respond with the word bride. And if they could not, then they were detained. So how does the Christian stand guard duty? Look at Ephesians 6, verse 18. Again, from the New American Standard Bible. With all prayer and petition, pray at all times in the Spirit, with this in view. Be on the alert with all perseverance and petition for all the saints. He says to be on alert with perseverance for all the saints, meaning believers made holy by the blood of Jesus. There's a lot of confusion about that word because of how it's applied in the church world, but a saint in the New Testament is one made holy by the blood of Jesus. It's a Christ follower. It's about that simple. He says, be on guard duty, persevere on guard duty for Christ followers, for other believers. The apostle specifies that guard duty is about prayer and petition. Prayer is the general word for prayer, while petition is the word generally used for requests of prayer. You're on guard duty when you're praying for God to move on behalf of other believers. We live in a culture that is flooded with lies. And guard duty must involve us praying that the Christian community find and live the truth that is objective and truth whose origin is God. We need to pray for that all the time, that kind of thing. And we need to pray against the acceptance of false gods by Christian people. That's being on guard duty. We need to pray that the church puts itself under God as God and not get sucked into the lies of false gods. So pray, asking God to crush the false god. And here's the big one. The big one, to crush the false god of the human origin of truth. Truth must have a God origin, not a human origin. Multiple false gods coming from the false god of gods coming from human origin are all over the place. They're false gods coming from the origin of humanity. And we are not the source of truth. God is the source of truth. Only God is God. All others are false gods. Anything that is treated as a god that comes from man is a false god. And we have them all over the place. Here are some to pray against them infesting and infecting the Christian community. Government power as a god. It's huge today. Abortion as a false god. It's cost 63 million young people their lives. Climate change as a false god. It's religion to a lot of people. It's nonsense. Stay on guard duty, asking God to keep believers focused on God as God, not buying into the lies of false gods. To win the war, begins by staying on guard duty, praying that the church be God-centered, meaning Christ is Lord with no exceptions, and truth comes from Him. If you can't chase it back to Him, it's not the truth. Hang on to that and don't let go. I will talk to you tomorrow.